So this knife came in, it's a nice Scandi grind. The owner said he messed it up trying to sharpen it. He does have some weird kind of marks going all over this thing, and he asked if I could re-Scandi grind it. So Scandi grinds are, in my opinion, one of the more difficult grinds to do. We're going to do it here on the Bucktool 2x42. This is one also where it is helpful to have some of your lower angles. So this is where the 10-degree angle guide I think comes in really useful. You might have to do a little bit of blending also, but what we're going to basically do is we are going to cut a new bevel, and the purpose here on a Scandi grind is it's a straight grind from the primary bevel all the way down to its apex. It doesn't have a secondary bevel in it. It should just be one grind all the way down. So to do that, we're going to start a whole new grind line that goes from behind here or equal to this line here until we get it all the way down to the apex, and then we'll do the other side, and then we'll go about refining it. But it can be a little bit of a challenging grind to do. One of the more difficult ones. Not hard, but takes a lot more metal remover. So the first thing we're going to start with is this 10-degree angle guide here. And I am going to, I want to see where this is removing from here. And it's right on the edge of the original primary grind, which is kind of perfect, which I thought it would be, because that's one nice thing about 10 degrees. So what we're going to do is we're going to start grinding this here, and then see about forming that complete new primary bevel. Yeah, perfect. Well, let me show you here. Okay. So again, can you guys see that new grind? So we have a grind started here, and we have this nice line, nice even pattern starting to go down. And what we got to do is we just have to take it all the way down till we have apexed it, which is no different than before. When we feel that burr, we'll know we've gone all the way down. Then we're going to do the other side. We're going to do the same thing. It'll restore both sides, so they'll both look really nice and new. And then we'll start going up in grit. I'll probably won't go past A30 on this one, but yeah, you can see that's going to give us a really nice line there and repair all these little damaged marks. And this knife's been used a good bit, so that's what we're going to do here. All right, so let's just continue on here. We know we got a good line here to start with. See, we're getting closer and closer. It's going to be a little bit though. So you will see this is going to take a good bit of time. So I sped up this entire video of the sharpening part of it so that you just didn't get bored to death, because doing a Scandi grind takes a lot of grinding, because you're going from the very back of the primary bevel all the way to the front, and a lot of times that requires kind of cutting a whole new bevel in, as opposed to the more regular sharpening we're doing, where we're usually putting more of a secondary bevel into a primary bevel, and that just goes so much faster. But you can see we're just going to keep working this till we get it all the way down. See, we're getting closer and closer to it being all the way down there. Other thing I'm doing here is feeling for heat buildup. So if I start to feel too much heat, I will dunk the knife. But right now it's totally fine. And this is a 60 grit Bora 7 belt. They don't create a whole lot of heat anyways. Getting close. See, we got nice new grind. We're almost down there. And that's why I keep checking. I'm just looking to see when we reach all the way down to that apex, because since I'm grinding a ton, I don't want to take off any more than necessary. The tip's apex. So you can see we're almost all the way there. I just have a little bit area here. We have a burr right at the very tip. And I'm just going to keep going until we hit that very edge. Then we can flip to the other side. So this particular knife is D2 steel, which is a pretty hard steel. So you can also see that's the other reason why this is taking a while, is it is a pretty good edge retention on D2. You may also notice, if you haven't seen some of the other videos, I'm using the mag switch angle guides that we made that are just fantastic for this new Bucktool machine. And I'm really enjoying these. They have been just a pleasure to work with. This particular angle guide is a Frankenstein. It's a little purple, a little black, and a little gray. Kept the ugly one for myself and give you guys the good ones. Almost there. Just have a tiny little bit more to do. This is another point where it's good. Having an aggressive belt, very helpful. Doing a true Scandi grind is probably the most material you're ever gonna remove off of a knife. You really don't want to start with like a 120 grit. Getting a nice 60 grit like this Bora 760 grit, it will get you there a lot quicker. I am also paying attention to the heat. These generally run really cool, but when I start feeling a little bit of heat build up, I am stopping and dunking it. I am actually pushing into this platen probably a little bit harder than I do with most knives because of the type of grind that this is. We do want it to be flat and up against that platen. I am going to grab a clamp because I'm pushing hard enough that I'm actually sliding my sharpener. So I'm going to grab a clamp for my sharpener here and just clamp it down to the table so it's not moving on me. I've been getting really great feedback from everybody that has purchased the angle guides for the Bucktool. If you got them, feel free to put something in the comments. I'd love to hear from more of you what you think of them. We have sold over 100 of these now. As I am making this video, those of you that are waiting on the new 1x30 angle guides, they are being printed as we speak. I have 3 3D printers going in the background, and we are banging those out. And my goal is Wednesday. I'm hoping to go live Wednesday with the first batch of them for sale, and we'll see how those go. I'm hearing good things, and it sounds like a lot of you guys are interested in those, so they will be out very soon. Okay, so you can see we have a clean, nice Scandi grind cut back in there. I do have a apex. Now I can go to the other side and do the same thing, but you can see this will be probably your most material ever removed on a particular type of grind if you have to do a true Scandi grind on something. And again, just lots of checking. You can see right there in the belly, we got a little bit there and a little bit up at the tip where we need to keep working, but it is almost completely done on both sides now. Okay, whew. So you can see that takes a good bit of grinding, but now we have a beautiful new Scandi grind cut across this entire knife. It's nice and even. We got a nice even bevel. The one thing I always tell people, you never want to go up in grit. You should be always cutting at the grit level you're at, or you haven't completely apexed your knife. It may not be a pretty cut, but you want to see it cutting. Okay, this is 60 grit, so very, very coarse, but you can see we're cutting, and that shows me that it's apexed. Okay, if you're not cutting, you may not be apexed. Now, it's really easy to feel a 60 grit burr, so you'll know when you've reached it. It's just a little more challenging on a Scandi grind because you want to stop right as you kind of matched it up. All right, so now we can go up. And this is why it's nice to have a couple pretty aggressive belts. And this one's actually starting to get worn. A new one wouldn't be a bad idea there. All right, so here's a 120 grit Bora 7. We're gonna go to this next. And the rest of this won't take too long. Now that we're apexed, we got that whole new bevel cut in. Now it's just making it pretty and sharp. Okay, it's looking really nice. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to my next favorite. Whenever I do a ton of grinding on something, like we did here, I like to go to a 200 grit Trizac before I go up any higher. I just find it does probably one of the best jobs of putting what looks like a beautiful factory grind back into things. It's also my favorite for gardening stuff. So that's what this is here, 200 Trizac. Okay, and then we're going to go A30, and that's going to be it for this. I'm not going to take this one above an A30. We don't need 1200. We're not going to need 1200 grit or anything like that. All right, let me give you a nice close look. All right, now we just got to strop it, and then I'll show you its cut performance, which is going to be amazing because it already feels razor sharp. All right, I'm just going to give it a quick spray off, clean up, and then we'll do a cut test. Okay, let's see. Are we push cutting? Oh yeah, beautiful push cut. Yeah, it's razor sharp. All right, there you go, guys. Let me give you one more close look up at that regrind of a Scandi grind. So it is a time-consuming one. It's probably your most time-consuming type of knife to sharpen. If someone wants a true Scandi grind put into something, just know it's going to take a little bit, and this is one of those where having some aggressive belts is really helpful. It's probably the most metal removal you're going to see from one of your grinds. And here's a look at what one of the complete sets of angle guides for the Bucktool looks like. It comes with a 10, a 15, a 17, and a 20-degree angle, and you can get a set for edge leading or edge trailing. This is an edge leading set, and I figured I'd give you a picture of that. I'll put the link to this in the description below. You can also print this yourself if you have your own 3D printer. I do highly recommend that you use PLA carbon fiber. That's why these are nice and strong and rigid. Also, remember, you're going to need a mag switch 95. This is what it looks like right here. I'll put the link in the description of the video where you can pick up a mag switch. There will actually be two links there. One will be for Amazon, and the other one will be for directly from MagSwitch. They do give us a 10% discount if you buy it through them. They had mentioned a 25% discount, but they're still trying to figure out the software, unfortunately, and it's still at 10 right now.